Hello everyone and welcome back to CEVO-TV. I'm Misled, with me is Vansilli, and we are about to bring you round one between Follow eSports and Trifecta in a best of two here in your CEVO MLG Season 8 Pro League. And we're getting live. Follow eSports CT side, Trifecta will be T.
I don't even know why people are actually readying it up when Hades is still touching spawn, so I don't know if there's going to be a pause here, but a quick entry towards this B-bomb site, and they're still able to hold it towards this B-bomb site for this Commentators team.
Still trying to get that bomb planted will be Vice. It's going to be a 2-on-2 here. And we do have Hades still. Nope, there he is. Now he's moving his way out of spawn finally. They didn't pause before the round, so they kind of burnt on it, but they may not need him anyways. As Ocean's able to take down AS2, we're only going to have one left alive. And let's see if Vice can make this happen. 1v2, right up in his face will be Ocean, and Ocean actually hits both of those shots. And they apparently didn't need Hades at all that round.
Yeah, and that comes to show how much this is going to be the turnout of this first map on Cobble. I mean, like I said, they have great players to be able to hold sites. Alice already got a 2-kill when they were trying to plow towards the entrance of the B-bomb site. And just like that, it gave a quick advantage for Ocean to come in and support right after to bring it down to a 1 versus 1. And finally, when Hades came back, it came to that 2 versus 1 after. But sheer holds with the USPs, and the aim was definitely on top there for Follow eSports. But at least they got a bomb plan down for Trifecta.
Yeah, that's going to help out quite a bit. They're going to go for a pistol upgrade here. With actually 3 flashbangs, a Molotov, and there goes the one smoke that they had. They've already used one of the flashbangs also. Let's see what they're going to try and execute here. It looks like there's, heavy at the drop at the moment. And yeah, here comes the execute down through drop.
So Whitmer is going to be the first one that's going to try to drop him, but Desi was there in the drop zone on the other side to try to help him down, and he's managed to take down 2. And just like that, everybody's getting hit. Last man standing at the entrance of the B-bomb site, quickly picked off by Elsa. That was Shinobi falling, so that flash that they tried to do towards that drop zone to take control of that area was totally denied by more of a passive play for Follow eSports there.
Yeah, definitely. Follow eSports was ready for some sort of rush coming from Trifecta. Yep. Flashbang, as Vansilli just said, didn't really work out in Trifecta's favor. They tried to hit the drop, but they just ended up getting mopped up between the M4s and the FAMAS that was right there in their face. But they tried to make something happen. Early buy comes out here, and already Rabbit's able to take down Shinobi. That's going to be one of the AKs down out of the way. Desi's going to be trying to hunt for a frag of his own, looking for whoever's up on balcony, and that is going to be sick. He's not able to see him just yet. They know it's an AK buy, but they're already a man up.
And surprisingly enough, there was no upgrades for the counter-terrorist team. They kept the MP7 in the hands of Desi. He's playing close in the smoke as well. He's got an enemy just above him, but the rest of them are looking to creep back towards this middle to overtake this A-bomb site. But with the way that's positioned so far for Follow eSports, nobody bit the bullet onto over-rotate. So it's going to be a tough call here for Trifecta.
Yeah, Trifecta just going to be hanging out right now. 3 of their players down in mid with the bomb on their back, trying to work their way around to see if they can possibly work this up into the A-halls. But, man, still 2 CTs there at the A-bomb site. No forced rotate coming out. They're going to start throwing flashbangs, trying to work their way up slow. They're going to be in trouble here. Rabbit's just playing the angle. He ends up finally going down as Hades is able to pick up a frag on 6. So, going to be 3-on-3 and even out frag from Vice, trying to take A.
Yeah, Ocean was trying to hold it inside the corner, but quickly gets picked up by Whitmer. They got to get the bomb plant, but 2 of them are lit. So it should be a comfortable retake right now for Hades and for Desi, the top fraggers from the team so far. And now it's evened out to a 2, or actually not evened out, it's a 2 versus 1. But in terms of health, still a great advantage for Hades. They hear him making his way towards the APC, but they're just watching angles, and this could be still a winnable round for Hades, who makes it a 1 versus 1. He's going to try to hunt the round here. Yes, 2 hears him, but he's going to take him down. Coming for the defuse, and Hades gets the clutch with a 3K.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Hades. Lost his teammate in a 1v2. I believe they spotted him initially when he was up the balcony, but he still made the right play. He jumped out, avoided the flashbang, caught the first player low on HP. He was in the red. I think he was down to like 9 or 8 or something. Yeah. But either way, I think what helped him out a ton there was he tried to actually jump up onto the small little house inside sight. And ended up missing the jump and falling down. And so the guy heard the noise from up top and assumed, all right, he's up top, looked up top, peeked a little too wide. Hades capitalized on that and gives Follow eSports that 3-0 lead over Trifecta.
That's right. Another small mistake I would call towards the bomb site was that Ocean and Els are playing it passively. both inside the site, but out in the open behind the flower pot by the wall. So as soon as that first flash came in, they were both blinded. Wabbit fell down easily, and Ocean already had to fall back. So that already made it a 3 versus 1 and another 3 versus 1 inside the A-bomb site. But thankfully for Desi and Hades for the retake.
So now into round 4. Guns up on both sides except for the one Rec 9 in the hands of Vice. He's going to have to try and use it for everything that he can as Trifecta able to get that bomb plant again. So they had money to try and force here, and they would like to try and steal away this round from Follow eSports, not let them build up a bigger economy, not let them build more momentum than they already have. But Op is in the hands of Wabbit already. Whitmer without one. That's going to be troublesome.
Yeah, because they have no money to work with. They got a reset as well after that forced buy after the plant is. He's going to get the first kill. Elsluder smoke. Finally replied by AS2 inside the drop zone onto Hades, but the bomb is down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Everybody's positioned for the CT side with the 4-man stack, actually, that they had at the beginning of this round. But we're trying to even things up here with Vice getting another kill onto Else.
Vice looking to be the man that's able to make this happen here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Stack comes down. Desi able to take down Shinobi, and Vice was not ready for the repeat by Desi. Ends up collecting a 4K on that round. Brings his team up to 4-0 over Trifecta. And Trifecta has a little bit of cash to work with, not enough to make really even a worthwhile force buy. So look for maybe just a pistol upgrade to come out here.
Yeah, unless they want to go for a Tech 9 push, because they're going to get bonus money if they lose this round here. And they're actually going to go for a force buy, which is okay, because they gotten 3 kills with the last quote-unquote force buy that they had. So they always went with armor, they always went with pistols, they went with full guns, and they hurt the economy of Follow eSports here. Now that they're going with the 2 AKs, Rec 9s as you call them, and a Galil, if they could still continue to damage the economy, it's going to eventually be broken enough for Follow eSports where they could actually turn things around after with the bonus money that they're going to get on Trifecta's side.
Yeah, so that force buy, I was completely wrong. They're going to force buy anyways, as Vansilli just said. This could be really, really bad for them, and it could set them for a few rounds going forward, but they will get into that max loss bonus if they drop this round. So I guess they're trying to bank on that, like, look, all right, we're going to be in the max loss bonus no matter what. If we drop this one, we're going to get a little cash out of it. If we can at least get a bomb plant, it'll be a somewhat decent, healthy buy to try and stop Follow eSports. I mean, just Follow at the moment is just out-peaking, out-aiming, but Trifecta does get an opener.
Yeah, it was bad timing there in terms of the peek from Desi, so a trade comes through as they played the bait peekaboo strategy. It worked for the opening. Sick gets another entry onto Else right now, so then that makes 2 of them, and the B-bomb side open. Ocean holding towards the rock, taking out Vice. They're still trying to get the bomb plant with success, but like I said, Ocean has finally stepped that up here, but finally he gets stopped by AS2. Now it's a 2 versus 1 as Wabbit was able to opt Whitmer. But now they're going to be able to save one here. They're going to be able to pick it up for Whitmer. And now we might turn things around right after as Trifecta gets the round and breaks the economy of Follow eSports.
Yeah, even though Follow eSports won 4 in a row there, the biggest problem with it was they were losing players, having to make rebuys, so their economy was kind of held in check off of that, which was good that Trifecta was at least getting some frags, some trade-out frags, even though they were losing the rounds, because, I mean, 1 round win, you break their economy, that's good for you, and really the biggest thing that came down there was just outplaying the angles against Follow eSports. They took Desi down pretty quick, Hades got punished pretty fast, same with Els, and the angles just were not working in their favor.
Els is going to try to push through after this boost. I don't think they hurt him. He might be able to take one from behind, but then Whitmer is going to get the kill first. And then the second one there onto Els, who got the flank at least onto AS2 as the CTs are on a save. They're pushing aggressively inside B halls. More trades coming through. They might be able to salvage, actually, at least 1 AK-47 out of this.
Well, it's going to be that 3-on-2. Desi does grab the AK, instantaneously rotates out to try and save that, as Hades will be the lone ranger here in the B halls, just looking to see if he can get an exit frag, but Whitmer way too fast right now, and this is the scary thing about former Mortality, former Causalus, now known as Trifecta. This is what I'm talking about. Whitmer with the op in his hands. If he's playing really well, it is extremely hard to beat him.
Yeah, definitely, and you could say the same thing about Wabbit. Now at this point, we're still going to wait for this economy to be built up for Follow eSports side, so the advantage still comes in for the T to utilize this op of Whitmer to get the entries, because he got one at the beginning for B, and he avenged his teammate after getting flanked by Else. At this point, they're going to go for a force buy, but not enough for an AWP in the hands of Wabbit. So they're going to probably have to play this a little bit closer like they kind of did when Desi played with the MP7 under the smoke at the entrance of B. I wouldn't be surprised they're going to do the same thing again this round.
We actually have Ocean getting quite aggressive here out in mid, looking to find a frag onto Shinobi, as he's the only A player. Again, Trifecta stacked up towards the B bomb site. Looking to see if they can play the angles, try and make that same slow play towards B, eventually throw some players down drop that they were able to do to initially break the economy of Follow eSports. Let's see if it can happen here.
Yeah, and a little bit of a battle, sort of, in terms of tactical battle towards the drop zone. They finally contain it, but they're going to wait for Sick to actually get the entry. He spots Hades out in the open, puts him down to 36, as he's going to try to get an entry, but it's going to be Vice that gets it first. He's battling Wabbit, takes him down, so again, the rifles are slowly falling towards B, and it's overtaken right now for Trifecta, leaving the last two guys in nothing but a position to save, or attempt to save it for the remainder of the round.
Yeah, Ocean and Hades have to bail out. They don't really have a choice at this point. Their team was pretty bought into this. I mean, as you can see, Hades with only the FAMAS in body armor. So, and wow, Trifecta, yeah, they're going to go on the hunt here. They know it's going to be a save. Already enough time is ticked down. And they're going to try and find both of these CTs and not allow them to escape. And they might end up meeting Ocean here. If they don't, they're not really going to push out too hard into their own spawn to find these guys. Pretty common save spot will be up in the tower in mid, and I don't think they really want to try to force the issue there. It's really hard to beat if they both have rifles and you're trying to rush up either the ladder or the stairs.
Yeah, they had a correct read, though, for Follow eSports, because like you said at the beginning of the round, Misled, Ocean ran all the way down towards that middle connector, and what he was trying to do is not only try to get that kill, but get more information to see what was going on. He only saw one guy cross over, so the stack was correct for them to work towards his B bomb site for Follow eSports, but unfortunately, Vice and Sick were just a little bit better in terms of getting the entries versus what Wabbit and his teammates are trying to do towards a hold inside B.
So now into round 8, and we're going to have Follow eSports here buying up against around, or I shouldn't say against, but they're buying up around those saved rifles from last round with what they can. Not a lot of head armor coming out. Desi's going to be the only one who has it. We actually have a 5.7 on L's and only one M4, and that was going to be the saved one. The rest are going to be FAMAS's coming out. They need to have a big round here to prevent Trifecta from tying this thing up at 4-4.
Which is fine, too, that they don't have any big armor because they're up against AK-47, so actually not buying head armor is a smarter thing to do, as it clears up $600 for you guys to actually buy more nades, more utilities to try to hold out B. But it looks like the execution's going to happen towards the B bomb site, and Wabbit playing the spot that Desi played before, and he gets 2 kills of his own. And now Hades is going to work as well, but then Whitmer trying to stay alive with his teammate.
Whitmer gets one before trading out, and also right there in his face, and that will be Follow eSports picking up a big force buy round, bringing it up to 5-3. They just shut down any attempt that Trifecta had of trying to work out through the balcony there, out of the B halls, because the flashbangs were just ineffective.
And it's actually a good thing for them as well to be able to play so close, because after getting those kills, ending that round, look at how they scavenged the round. They picked up AK-47s left behind before from the forced FAMASs that they had the round before, but they haven't really broken the economy on Trifecta's side right now. They could do it here if they actually win this round, but they could still go for some sort of a forced buy for Trifecta in the round after to reset the money back. So it's a lot of that gamble right now for the Engineers, what the call is going to be, and try to break the economy back and forth. But at this point, it's Follow eSports that's going to take the... Well, it's actually pretty similar right now. They all have the kits and the nades necessary, and on the other side, they also have an op and full AKs for Trifecta.
So into this round 9, guns up on both sides. We have the op in Whitmer's hand. Wabbit with the op of his own, though. And Wabbit's going to be the one trying to shut down the speed halls, but that flashbang is going to make him completely blind, and Sick will capitalize on that, takes him down easily. That will make it a 5-on-4 in favor of Trifecta, who's actually looking like they want to cheat this back over towards that A bomb site.
Yeah, and this is actually a good call because there's only Ocean inside the site by himself, and he's playing it aggressively up towards long A, but what can he do right now? He's at the broken one. Sick somehow kills himself. I don't know if he cratered or something, but they still managed to get the entry into this A bomb side. 4 of them streaming through for the T side. 3 guys on rotation, so we're going to see a bloodbath. So no! Shinobi gets a nice pick though onto Desi, who's trying to get that peek towards that port side, so big advantage for the T side.
And Martin just... Well, we're back? No? Yep, we're good. Got back into it. All right, that was interesting, but Vice will close the round down. That will be Trifecta grabbing that 4th round. Follow eSports in another situation. 2 players under 3K. Actually, technically 3, with Oceans only being over $3,000 by $50. L's the only one, well, L's and Desi with decent money, but they're not really going to buy into it. They're just going to upgrade some pistols here. Going to try and get an eco off, so Trifecta once again in a situation where they can attempt to tie this game up at 5-5.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, end of the day so far, it's looking very good for Trifecta. Yeah, a map like Cobble back into 1.6 days used to be very heavy towards the CT side. You would see 11-4 scores, 12-3 scores. Not sure what it was in Source because it was a crappy game. But now with CSGO, how things have changed toward Cobble and how they added this drop zone, you're starting to see more lean towards this T-sided map,
wow,
T-sided scoring as well. Yeah, that was a nice 180 from AS2. But then again, like I said, this is a normal scoring that we're kind of seeing so far. If it's going to be 10-5 for Trifecta at the end of the half, it's nothing surprising for a map like Cobble.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all, and they're going to be hunting here for Ocean. Trifecta, that is. Ocean finds one, but he's in trouble here. He would love to try and get that rifle. He's got players in the drop. He's pretty much caught out at this point. Eats a grenade, tries to get away. Shinobi down below. Sick did get a 3K that round. Trifecta does tie this up. And they're looking decent when they have the rifles in their hands here, but Follow eSports will be back onto a bye now into round 11. Let's see if they can prevent Trifecta from making this 3 in a row.
Yeah, at this point, it's really trying to take control of this drop zone. The only time that they actually went back towards A, they still focused towards that drop zone at the beginning of the round. This is talking about Trifecta. Why? Because we also want to prevent a counter boost from the CT side into the entrance at drop zone on T side to actually try to gather more information. So as soon as that slows down a bit, that's where you can reassess and look back towards the A side. But this round here, we're looking for an aggressive entry from Sick.
Sick is going to be all the way pushed up behind that headshot box, trying to make something happen for his team towards B. Trifecta has been very aggressive towards this B bomb site. They'd like to try and work it out there. I think the 2 times that they went A have been pretty much shut down, and given one was an eco round coming out for them, and the other gun round, they kind of got blown up on it, thanks to Hades getting the 1v2, but still, Trifecta, if they can mix this up a little bit, make Follow eSports honor that A bomb site a little bit more, then those B takes would be that much more effective.
And again, it's only one guy playing towards the A-bomb side. This time it's Wabbit. He's got an op. He's on the top of the awning, but he's able to see much, but he's going to have to react quickly. He's able to get the first kill onto Shinobi, and then we have the lurker from Sick that's able to get the kill onto Desi, so they can actually fall back towards this B-bomb side again, because they have plenty of time to work with, and this is exactly what they're going to try to do. So Sick has to win his 1v1 against Hades.
Yeah, Hades doesn't even know what's going to be happening here. Hades is just waiting, so he's going to assume that there's probably nobody in the site. No, he is going to peek wide, but he doesn't fully check. He goes down. Ocean quick on the trade out as he rotates through the double doors, and or through the door, excuse me. But AS2 very hot with the AK. Gets a headshot. L's right on the top of AS2. They're not ready for it. He takes down the bomb player. Not a lot of time here. They have to kill him. And Whitmer does make that happen. Heroes the round for his team. With only about 4 seconds left, Trifecta will go up a round now over Follow eSports.
That was such a close call. Miscommunication as well to actually find out where that last player was going to play on the CT side. My dog agrees as well. And I just got to say that it's because, like you said at the beginning, Misled, they're able to overtake this B-bomb site quite easily because they're not being contested on the other side of the wall. And that's why Sick could actually get entries or look around as much as he wants.
Yeah, Sick able to make a huge play there. Follow eSports now in round 12. It's going to be on an eco here with some pistols coming out. Maybe, well, a little bit of a pistol upgrade. Hades trying to work the Deagle. He's been a player that we've seen Deagle very well. Just not this round, as they do drop Shinobi, but it will be a 4 versus 2. Ocean and Desi kind of in trouble here. It's going to be tough for them to make anything happen. Now it's all up to Desi right around the corner in the drop. AS2 goes on the peak, takes him down. Easy round for Trifecta, thanks to the fact Follow eSports just on that pistol buy.
Yeah, now they finally have enough for rifles, but again, they don't have that much for an AWP. Okay, Wabbit is able to get an op and small armor, but no kits, no secondary pistol, or no upgrades on a pistol, no nades. At least his teammates have enough to help him out, but they're going to have to try to rack something a little bit better here. They're being a little bit weak. There's a lot of map control being given for Trifecta. Like I said, working on drop zone, now working the entrance of B, being able to go back and forth towards A and B as well. They're going to have to play a little bit more aggressively for FE to try to gather more information.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. Trifecta trying to be a little bit more dynamic with their play. And they are having Follow eSports hit on her at that round. Pop Flash comes out. Vice pushes through the smoke. He knows Desi's right there. Desi thought he heard one too, but L's quick on the trade out. And Wabbit now over at that A-bomb site, playing that same spot before up at the top of the slope. Yeah, behind that pillar. This time he has an op, though. Last time that he was trying to do that, he had a FAMAS, and he just kind of sprayed a little bit too hard and ended up getting caught out by that.
Yeah, and again, the way he's playing that spot is fine, but if you actually get an entry flash like they did in the pistol round, he's going to get blinded. And now there's the smokes, there's the flash. He's going to get blinded again, but at least Ocean's around the corner at connector to at least support him, and they have no idea that he's there.
Yeah, and they're not even going to try and check that. They're just going to rotate back to the B-bomb site, try and catch Hades off guard. And Hades almost did get caught off guard there by Shinobi as he was jumping up. But luckily, Hades a little quick with it. Able to take down the shot. Wabbit's able to take down Whitmer. So now it's all up to AS2. Bomb out wide in the open in favor of Follow eSports. And we're down to about 20 seconds. Trifecta, they're going to have a tough time winning this one.
Now it's going to be a 4 versus 1. AS2 is still going to try to hurt the economy here of the FE. He's able to take down 1, but they'll still salvage that AWP for the next round for Wabbit. But if CSGO actually had a column for errors like in baseball, I would definitely put one there for Shinobi. His reaction time to spot Hades on at that broken wall at the entrance of B was actually quite slow, because Hades was still trying to look through the smoke. Shinobi was already out, and he was actually looking towards the back of the box instead of looking towards broken zone, broken wall to be able to get that kill. And he loses that fight's close range, and he even called it out for his team. I should have had that kill, which should have changed the total outcome of this round.
Trifecta trying to speed their way into the B-bomb site. Now Vice with the P90 in hand gets 2, gets a 3rd with the Glock. Now he's trying to hunt for a 4th, but almost gets ripped apart by his teammate. Vice will step down, get the 4th frag onto Ocean, and he's hunting for the ace now. 4 HP, but that ace will be on Wabbit, and Wabbit's up in the halls. Vice is still going to hunt for it anyways. He still has a chance. Can he get it? No, Wabbit a little too fast. Will take him down, and Shinobi will end up getting the final frag of the round. Trifecta now has 8 rounds in their favor.
And looking to be 9 rounds too, because once again they reset, they had to break the economy, which is actually quite okay for that last round before. I think it was AS2 the last man standing in a 4v1. You rush out, you know your team could buy for the rest of the first half, so you just come out and try to get a few kills. He did so. Now they went for a forced buy for Follow eSports. They got their economy broken. There's only Hades with an M4 this time. And look how comfortable they are with using P90s.
They're going to try to run with it one more time, but Sick ends up taking down his teammate. Diamond looking one. Ocean playing the same spot in mid. They didn't find him last round, so they didn't even try and check it, or 2 rounds ago. That's going to be all up to Whitmer here. 1v4, op in hand, bomb down, out in mid. He's got a CT right in front of him. Hits the fast shot right off the bat, trying to find Ocean. Now they have a read on where he's at. It's going to make it a lot harder for him to try and win this round, but he has to go for it. Final round of the half. If they want to get a 9th round here, it's all up to Whitmer. 1v3 at this point.
There was a teammate flash going on there. No communication going on for the CT side. But as he tries to peek out, Hades went for the flank on top of the tree. So that's going to end 8-7 actually somehow, because for them being so comfortable rushing in round number 14 with P90s and able to get those kills at the entrance of B, they tried to do the same thing, but this time towards A. But they forgot to check the obvious spots that Follow eSports have been playing every single round on the A side. I don't know why you're not checking those corners. And then that was a conversation that they had in game after while they were dead. Why are they playing the same spots? Because it works.
Yeah, until you honor that and you check those corners every time, unless it's somewhere like super obvious, like you're like, all right, I really can't get, like if you're playing cash, all right, I really can't get boosted up on the boxes in A. I've done it twice already. They're really going to be peeking that pretty hard. I mean, just simple corners, though, that are like, all right, I'm not going to move until they actually check this corner. I think it's worth it, and I mean, it allowed Follow eSports to battle this back and make it a close half, not allow Trifecta to make it 9-6.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you're looking right now at the Alpha Draft scoreboard, it's actually pretty close overall in terms of repetition of the kills and deaths ratio. Everybody kind of played their part for both sides of the for both teams, sorry. But at the end of the day as well, it's still an 8-7 score, and it's still looking very comfortable for Follow eSports. Very good for Follow eSports on T side as we're about to start the second half. I still think Trifecta has to win this pistol round, even though they have this 1-round lead.
Definitely. Trifecta really needs to get something going on here. I mean, they're up by that one round that Vansilli just said. But yeah, I think if they can't grab this pistol, it's going to be troublesome. Follow eSports started to bring it back there at the end. They were hot in the beginning, kind of cold in the middle, got hot at the end again. So momentum in their favor. And they might be able to break the spirits here if they can take this pistol round away from Trifecta.
So let's look at the roster rundown here as they're trying to work towards this B bomb site. It's going to be Desi trying to get the entry. He does so. He's going to try to move in with Ocean, Else, Wabbit, and Hades inside this B bomb site. No, he's just going to get the entries and fall back. Meanwhile, it is going to be Ace 2 and Whitmer has fallen in the beginning of this round. And it's followed up with Shinobi, Sick, and Vice to close the round of Trifecta. As they're moving now towards this A bomb site, but it's still being held from Connector. Whitmer's in the back of the side. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 fight against Ocean. They both survive, but the advantage in health comes in favor of Follow Esports.
Now we're going to be into a 2-on-2 here. Hades and Wabbit left aligned versus Shinobi. Weak, 15 HP. Vice with 84. They're both at the, or all four, I should say, are at the A-bomb site. There goes Hades. Wabbit gets spotted as he tries to work into the site. Vice got to be careful, though, just in case Wabbit wants to try and come over. But Vice is going to boost up. This is a good jump. Does Vice hit the shot?
Oh,
no,
man.
Wabbit too fast with the Glock. Ends up hitting the headshot, and that'll be Follow Esports taking the pistol. Actually, that should be both pistols so far, and it is. They tie it up 8-8.
And the unfortunate thing for Vice on that 1 versus 1 is that he only had 2 bullets left in a CZ. So he did whatever he could. He got a few kills from the Connector side, but you had to count on your teammates to try to get as much kills as possible on that retake, especially for the one holding in the back of the side. I think that was Whitmer. Should have probably had that kill against Ocean, close range 1 versus 1 by the APC. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay off. Follow Esports gets the pistol round, and they're looking to take this lead comfortably on the second half.
Yeah, they have the gun-up advantage at the moment. 3 AKs will come out of UMP and a MAC-10 for Follow Esports, and head armor across the board. They don't want to get caught by some pistol play here, or try not to be caught by the pistol play, I should say. You never know what's going to happen. They're actually spread out quite a bit. We're going to have 2 towards B, 2 are going to be at the A-halls. The bomber will be very, very deep in mid, and Sick hits the shot through the wall there. We're through playing to take down Desi, trying to find another one on the Ocean. Gets a read, and that might pull a little bit too much of a rotate, and no, they're going to rotate back into B, but they will allow Els to drop down. MAC-10 in hand, can't do anything against AS2 as they're going down. So the bomb and one teammate will commit to the B bomb site, as Hades will find a frag on the AS2. They know the bomb is there, and they do anything against it.
Yeah, they went for this sort of forced buy happening, but we'll talk about it right after. It's a 3 versus 3. The bomb made his way inside the B-bomb site. Hades is clearing off the site with Ocean as well. One more standing. It's going to be Vice, who also gets slain by Ocean from the double doors there at Connector. But I got to say, that round that they had sort of a mixed force buy, because you saw Whitmer only with the P250. Reason why is because forcing these pistols, they're still going to be at the same economy whether they win or lose the round, so that in the default gun round right after with the bonus, Whitmer will be able to afford an AWP after. And the scout coming in from Sick, well, it paid off. He got the kill at the beginning of the round. They also traded out a few kills towards that B bomb side, so they're hurting that economy. As soon as you get this full gun round here and the op back in the hands of Whitmer, if they're able to turn things around on the CT side, the economy is going to break back on Follow Esports side.
Now into round 18, Wabbit with an AK will open on to Whitmer. Same with Hades, gets a frag his own, but he didn't get Whitmer, he got Sick. As Vice with the pistol will be able to find one. But at this point, Trifecta just trying to do any damage that they can. They want to force some revives. They want to try and put themselves in a situation where if they do win the full buy round that they're going into right now, they can force Follow Esports onto a save. They only get 1 rebuy, and as you can see, Follow Esports economy not hurting very bad, so they're going to be able to buy even if they drop this round.
Now you have that op coming in from Whitmer with that small armor. So everybody going small armor right now, no kits. So at this point, you're or going to play aggressively or play it passively, especially with silence M4s. You can go for that burst long range, so it's still very effective if you're going for the taps or the single or the 3-4 shot burst. The sprays were a little bit difficult since the change in the patch of CSGO. And maybe this is another reason why you're starting to see rounds shift more towards T side as well. Because of the nerf of the M4. Yeah, maybe it's still back at $100 cheaper, but it's not as effective and deadly as it used to be, speaking about the M4 silence. Now you're seeing this shift a little bit more, and especially with Tech 9s being so hard and so much stronger on T side, you're seeing more of T sides in terms of victories.
Yeah, definitely. T side right now is looking very, very healthy, especially on this map. The momentum shift Whitmer does find one. He evens it out, makes it a 4-on-4. Shinobi down for a Trifecta, and Follow Esports has lost Ocean. Wabbit, though, to collect the one frag onto Shinobi, took a lot of damage, brought himself all the way down to 2 HP, and he's still going to be trying to work here. Bomb cheating back towards the A-bomb site, but Whitmer with the off there, all this fake. Is it going to sell it that hard? And not super hard. Whitmer still in A. But, I mean, he did move out of a better position in the bomb site for one. That's going to be a fast rotate towards B.
Yeah, I was going to say, it depends if Desi gets the entry. Now AS2 throwing that flash, gives away his position. So Desi's just going to spam inside Chicken Coop, and this forces Whitmer to opt from the connector side. He's going to be smoked out, so he's going to have to fall back towards the bridge and towards the platform. He spots him, misses the shot. So they know that they're going to hit towards this A bomb site right now, but they're losing fights both towards A and also towards B. So now it's a 3 versus 1, and Vice is trapped pin at connector side, and Nelson's just going to win that fight. So the 3 guys trying to get entries, they all got entries.
Yeah, that worked out very well, and the good thing about it was it didn't pull a full rotate from Whitmer, but it did enough to move him out of a good spot in that A-bomb site into a spot on the balcony where it was a lot harder. Well, at first it was from connector, then he had to try and work back towards balcony, and all they have to do is once they smoked that connector off, just worry about backside and balcony, and Hades was looking right for it with Rabbit right below him, and they ended up smoking him out. So even though it wasn't a super sold fake, it did more than enough to pull Whitmer out of position and end up allowing Follow Esports to win the round and forcing Trifecta into a save.
That's right. And as this save is happening, they're stacking towards this B bomb side, but really not focusing towards the drop zone. So they could actually drop here for FE and take over the window side. So Sig's going to do the shoulder peek. Spots Hades just watching that area, but everybody else is kind of lurking around towards this mid side. They managed to take down Shinobi, who was playing up towards long. But Whitmer might be able to get a kill here at least. No, Els gets a nice turn to get the kill. And then that's going to be it. They're going to be able to take over whatever site they want now.
That's the difference that we're seeing here with Trifecta versus Follow Esports. Follow Esports is checking those common corners, and it's getting them to frag. Trifecta, when they were on T-side, was not. I mean, Hades right there. AS2 had to drop on him, didn't get the shot off in time, and Hades was able to hit the frag. Goes down low on HP, and 6 trying to save this AK. Will end up getting caught after he takes down Hades, so Ocean will get that final frag. That'll be 12-8 now, and Follow Esports is looking really good here on the T-side.
And it doesn't cost you much to actually check those corners when you're going for those wide peaks and you're actually committing towards something, because you do have the peeker's advantage on your side, and you just try to peek the corner. If he's there, tap. If he's not there, well, at least you checked, and you look back towards where you needed to look at. So, I mean, it's pretty common to see players at this level do this right now, and I guess it's something that could get learned by Trifecta as they move on and get more experience here in the Pro League.
Yeah, definitely has to be nerves at this point, I would assume here. Trifecta had a good start to their, or I should say a good middle to finish of first half. At this point, they're just trying to hold on here. Guns are back up, and man, Hades at the drop, hits the seam shot, ends up hitting Sick right in the face, takes him down. So that'll be an instant 5-4, and nope, just like that, it's been reversed. It's going to be a 4-on-4 now, as Whitmer does take down Els with the op. So Whitmer's op is paying dividends so far in this game. He's only 11-14, but he's had quite a few impact frags, and let's see if he can keep that going. Oh, Desi, great positioning, but Shinobi actually checks towards the halls and ends up winning.
Yeah, now AS2 is going to hear the footsteps. There's one towards the connector, and that is actually another error. And that error is going to come on the back of AS2, because AS2 just let him go through the window even though the smoke was there, gets his opponent, Shinobi, in the back, and then he turns around, gets the kill. It's back to a 2 versus 1. They get the plant towards the A-bomb site, and now Whitmer is going to save that AWP with the bomb being planted. So, it's just unfortunate because Whitmer's playing the op a little bit more differently than Wabbit did towards the CT side. They don't pulse only one guy towards the A-bomb site. They still play towards maybe 2 sometimes. But Whitmer, or what they're using with the op on Trifecta's side, is to play more aggressively towards B entrance, and it works. The only thing is that mid-round, there's miscommunication there, and let Hades get a 4K. I mean, all he did was walk and lurk around and get kills. So they're not watching angles, and they're not communicating what to do.
Trifecta in trouble here. They're in salvage mode at this point. That's going to be a 13th round for Follow Esports. And if Follow Esports is able to continue on this path, Trifecta is going to be in trouble real fast. As you can see, going into round 22, Trifecta will be on just a full buyout now. So if they can't win this round, this will be a 14th round for Follow Esports. And they're going to be dangerously close to grabbing that 15th round because Trifecta would be on an eco, if not a very, very broken light buy.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen out of that. They're going to play aggressively towards the jobs with Hades. Thank God that smoke came out because he would have caught a few guys off guard, but Desi's still going to try to spam through the smoke, so they're going to commit towards this. Wabbit's going to be at the point right now. One is fully flashed. It's going to be Whitmer on the other side. It's going to be an op versus op very soon. He sees the top of the dome, takes down Wabbit, looks for some cover towards Chicken Coop, but the advantage comes in for Trifecta.
Oh, my. Turned at the wrong time. Ocean was able to catch him to the side. Whitmer goes down. Molotov making his turn. He had to move out of the coop as Desi and Hades and Els all get into this argument. Only one player left alive now. That will be Shinobi, the final man standing. And again, this is looking like Trifecta needs to try and save this rifle for next round as their team. It's going to be pretty broke. And
oh, yeah.
Man, this is rough.
Well, you're only going to get $3,400 with the max money bonus that you're going to have. It's going to be 14-8. I'm pretty sure you don't want to play for the tie, so you're going to force buy. You're going to get nothing but FAMASs or small armor M4s or no armor M4s, and that's the unfortunate part there. Why? Because they had such a good start for Trifecta in that round as well. They had kills with the AWP, but then as soon as the smokes dissipated, everybody decided to fall back and not cover each other's backs, so they all got picked off one by one right after because they got the first kill, but they never looked out for who else is going to come out for the trade for Follow eSports side.
Yeah, and at this point, Trifecta doing anything they can to try and grab a CT-sided round. If you guys take a peek at the scoreboard or you've been paying attention, they haven't got a single round from the CT side yet. Follow eSports has been dominating from T side, and they're looking close to trying to make it happen again here for that 15th round. But Shinobi does open it up, trying to play in the connector for mid. Desi will trade the frag out, though. That evens it up, 4-on-4 battle. And Desi, again, is showing why Follow eSports is up so much. They're checking every corner and making sure they're not going to get caught off guard.
Yeah. And those are pre-fire shots like you were just mentioning there, Misled. And through the body! He takes out Sick through the body. Sick never saw that coming. So he gets the headshot. Els takes Whitmer as he was trying to rotate across, so the op is down as well. So they have free reign over mid A and B to decide to come back towards B, get this plan. Els is pushing out aggressively. He's going to smoke it out, but the last two guys only have a FAMAS and a CZ for Vice. So I don't think that they're going to get anything out of this.
Vice does find one. He's going to try and jump in the window to try and steal that rifle away. But Desi was right there to trade the frag. And that FAMAS got, AS2 just got spotted. Desi's going to be all over him. He does take down Desi. Do the two remaining Follow eSports players go on the hunt here? What they do, they allow, and it looks like they're going to allow him. No, they are coming on the hunt now. So they don't want him to have this FAMAS. Let's see if they're able to take it away. Els right there. Els will go down. AS2 has to be careful. If he can drop Wabbit, not able to make it happen. Wabbit will rip him apart with the sidearm. And that's going to be Trifecta going into probably the final round of map number 1. Being on a broken buy, and they have to do it.
Oh yeah, and that's fine for them to go on a hunt. I mean, look at Wabbit. He's at 14K. He didn't even spend a single dime in that round because he's still at the op. Salvaged a couple of nades coming into the site after, and his teammates were at 12K, 11K. They have so much money to work with. They're forcing a broken buy or forced buy for Trifecta to stay alive. And I heard in the chat, they're like, oh, I had nothing but F and FAMASs. I mean, they're not comfortable playing with anything else than an M4, and that could be their demise right there too.
So round 24, possibly the last round of map number 1. Follow eSports on that map point here against Trifecta. Let's see if they can grab it. I mean, Trifecta in trouble. 3 FAMASs come out and 2 M4s. AS2 and Shinobi are going to be the M4 players. I mean, Follow eSports haven't dropped a single round yet from their T side, and I don't think they want to drop one at all. There is a good trade out. Whitmer finds one also, so that will give Trifecta the one-man advantage. Let's see if they can finally hold on to a round here, and Wabbit steps up, evens it out with the op in hand. That'll be 3-on-3.
Yeah, it's because you're just trying to run around and look for some cover after getting a few kills, but by doing so, you don't expect guys lurking around and they hear you coming from a mile away, so they just come in and get kills. Viso able to get a nice kill onto Hades inside the drop zone, putting advantage back here for Trifecta, and the advantage as well is that the lurker of Hades role is not happening this time. But Ocean lurks inside towards the vent, and he gets a jump kill onto
Wow, that
AS2
is
as he
heartbreaking.
lands. Ocean!
That is absolutely heartbreaking right there. Man, he was dead to rights, hit the jump, somehow pulled that down and sprayed through it. That'll be a 16-8 victory for Follow eSports. and they had a stellar T-side on Cobble to start things off.
That is crazy. Now, that was a great round or a great half there for Follow Esports. I mean, it was a great start for Trifecta as well. They put up a good fight for T side that they played, but again, it was a little bit sloppy for them. And coming in towards the CT side, you see that miscommunication. Okay, a lot of frustration because they're playing angles differently, but a lot of frustration as well because most of the kills that they had towards that half was because he got picked in the back. If it's not winning fights one versus one, which they actually usually do, we see Whitmer able to get those close range fights, whether it be with a rifle or with an AWP. Shinobi's doing the same thing, holding his own towards the bomb site from time to time. But again, it's just because Hades is lurking back and forth, and they let him lurk, and I guess this is what we're seeing differently as we're talking about this towards the pregame before Misled, before we actually went on air. We thought Hades was the opera before for this team, for SKDC, now known as Follow Esports. But now the roles have changed. Putting the op in the hands of Wabbit, it gives more of a chance for Hades to lurk around, and he seems to be really comfortable playing that role and really happy being able to do so.
Definitely, I agree. I think the lurk role is working out perfect for him. They can run a double op look if they feel like it. But while we're at halftime, guys, we are going to get ready and get into our MSI Players of the Week. We're going to flash that up on the screen for you so you can take a peek. And this is going to be our Player for the Week from EU. We have one for NA and EU. This is going to be next for Mouse Sports. And yeah, stats from just this week. 13 efficacy on the week. Look at that. 202 kills. 37 assists with 149 deaths. He's up 53 positive on that kill death with a 93 ADR with 10 3Ks.
Wow.
Yeah, he played nuts all this week. So our second MSI Player of the Week is going to be from North America. We're going to pull it up right now, and it's going to be Hayes. We watched him last night play very, very well. And, I mean, he's got a 13.9 efficacy. Kill death, not quite as good. 9 3Ks. And M4A for his best weapon. But, I mean, his ADR, 88.1, also very, very good. So, Hayes looking on point this last week. And be ready, guys. Make sure you watch Sunday through Thursday to find out who the next MSI Player of the Week is going to be from Europe and the North American divisions.
Indeed, and, you know, it's, like I said, players you don't... I mean, Hayes, for me, is somebody you don't hear about much when you're looking at the full Counter-Logic gaming lineup, but to see him be able to step up and play well, it shows how much stronger CLG could be when people are talking more about other players other than Tarek, other than the calls coming in here from FNS. So I gotta say that CLG looking good so far, and hoping for the best for them, as they're one of the 3 North American teams that qualified for the upcoming major at the end of the month. I think we only have one North American representative for this weekend for the PGL, and that's going to be Team Liquid. And Team Liquid, I guess we're going to wait for the second map to start. I just want to move on to other esports news. I mean, it's just nice to see that Liquid, they actually weren't talked about a lot in the past few months because we haven't seen them actually participate in a lot of LAN events ever since they picked up Hiko. They did very well in iBuyPower Invitationals as well. They're doing very well online, but everybody always said, oh, Team Liquid, they're such an online team. But then we've seen them come in and qualify now for the upcoming major in Bucharest, if I'm not mistaken. And the addition of Hiko brought in a lot of confidence for all the players overall.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he might have had, like, I think the biggest problem was people thought he had a shaky start because their expectations of, well, Hiko, he needs to come in, he needs to be the clutch master that he used to be, and it kind of didn't